Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Man-Thing Build-A-Figure Wave Elektra figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey I'm fucking with. Hype beast we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
Alright, taking a look at the Netflix Daredevil series Elektra figure out of the package, and I am definitely not a fan of this figure. I am semi excited for the kit bashing opportunities with this figure and things that you may be able to do with this female buck, but it's some weird proportions on this figure and it's not really much going on, and I didn't really care about the character too much on the show either. So let's look at her accessories real quick. She comes with her signature size, and these are very flimsy, similar to how the gun was for Bullseye. They didn't really put much time and effort into the quality of these things, but you know, they don't look too bad. They just don't have the greatest durability. She can hold them without a problem. There's a pretty firm grip, so there's no issue there. They're not going to fall out of her hand or anything like that. And the way the fingers are positioned on this hand, I guess she can hold it in two different ways on this hand. Let's see. So yeah, that was a nice touch. It would have been nice if they included an extra interchangeable hand for the left hand, so you can actually position the side on this hand in this way as well. But that was a nice little touch, but unfortunately no interchangeable hands. And then her only other accessory is an unmasked head, and I don't know how close this looks to the actress on the show. I mean, I guess she was a decent looking chick. I don't know. I can't even remember her face. She was forgettable, not unforgettable, but she was forgettable to me on the show. So I don't know, but you know, again, this head can be used for a civvy or a civilian in one of your displays or something like that. You don't have to use it for Elektra, but the hair and everything looks good. The face looks good. The blush and the makeup looks good. The head sculpt actually looks pretty good. The other thing that was packed in with her is the left leg to complete the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure. Just looking at some of the details on the actual deco here, you can see she's got like a black top with a red sort of turtleneck thingy underneath it, and some skin tight pants and flat shoes, and the gloves here. I like the gloves, but her hands look really tiny. I guess they shouldn't be that big. She's a woman, right? But you know, this portion, her upper torso and legs and everything looks good. But when you look at her forearms, this looks so nuts to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she's got the Popeye forearms here, but this looks really stupid. Yeah, my girl decides to run the water when I'm recording. But yeah, back to her arms. They look weird. They look disproportionate. You know, the forearm, like I said, looks really big, and then this looks really slender, and then the shoulder looks weird. They just look so odd. I don't know what's up with this. But maybe we can, maybe I can take these out here and swap them for some different arms or something. Again, I'm just looking at kit bashing possibilities because I won't be using her as is too much and too many displays. But in terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint. You will get a very good range of motion as far as looking down and up, because the ponytail is sort of like a soft plastic, so you can actually get her head to look really far back and up. I mean, at some point this little bit of gappage here looks a little weird. You got to kind of pop that on there, but you do get a nice range of motion in the head and neck. It's not really hindered at all by the way the hair is. You can get it to pivot, turn left and right, do a full 360. Shoulders are on a ball joint. They're going to go up just about that far. You can do a full 360. There is no cut at the bicep. You do get a single jointed elbow, maybe about 90 degrees, and it'll rotate there. And do I have these on the right way? Going the right way? Yeah, I guess I do. I've done that in the past where they've been backwards and people have corrected me in the review. But yeah, these are right. They just look weird. But you get a hinge on the wrist, you get a swivel, you get upper torso articulation, so it'll move around a little bit, go down and forward and back, but nothing here at the waist. It would have been nice if they put a cut at the waist and give you a little more articulation. She's supposed to be like this crazy ninja chick, you know, but they always skimp on the articulation with the females. This is something I've been talking about for years with Hasbro. But anyway, T-joint at the pelvis, legs are going to come up that far. At least she can get some splits out. It'll go just about that far, upper thigh. rotation, and you're going to get a double jointed knee. There is no cut anywhere at the shin or the calf. You get a hinge and a pivot on the foot, and that's pretty much it for Elektra as far as articulation. And just so you can see, these hands do pop out the socket, but I thought this was going to be a separate piece that could come off as well. I was thinking about using these gloved hands for some other female or something like that, but yeah, that's not going to work. And a few quick size comparisons. You can see her next to Mary Jane Watson from the Spider-Man and Mary Jane 2-pack. You can see Mary Jane is just a tad bit taller, and she looks like she has a little more weight on her as well. And you can see Mary Jane's arms look pretty normal. So I mean, if you could get another Mary Jane and maybe swap the arms out, I don't know. I think Mary Jane's arms are just a little bit longer though, so I don't know. It's just that Elektra's arms look so stupid. I hate them. But yeah, and on the right you have the Miss Marvel figure. So that is one of the smallest bucks that or the smallest female buck that Hasbro uses. And then there she is next to Angela the Asgardian. Angela the Asgardian. So you know Angela's one of the bigger female figures, and you can see she's towering over Elektra. And then we have the 616 Universe Elektra, or Marvel Prime Universe, or whatever they're calling it now. And this figure is horrible. We are in dire need of a new updated Elektra on one of these newer, thicker and more athletic looking bucks that Hasbro has put out. But only thing is, we'll get that, but she still won't have the articulation that people really want. But anyway, obviously the Netflix Elektra looks way better than this old Hasbro one. And there she is next to her partner Daredevil. You can see how they match up. I think that size is pretty good. I think it's pretty spot on. I don't think the fella that played Daredevil is a really tall guy. I guess he's about an average height. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do like the way they look back to back here. So like I said, some really weird arms on this chick, but you know, just for the body alone, for having another female buck to mess around with and maybe do a civilian with, like I mentioned, I think it's worth it if you want to try to do some kit bashing or something like that. Definitely not one of my favorites out of the wave, but essential if you want to complete the man thing. Build a figure. It would have been nice if she had just an extra set of hands maybe, but I do appreciate the interchangeable head. I'm actually using her other head down there at the end of the hallway with the lady looking out the door. So again, there are a lot of possibilities for just displaying. Stay tuned for the Daredevil, the Netflix Daredevil review up next. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
That's crispy.